Okay, so we're gonna make some Kung Pao Chicken today. It's a dish I happen to like. Anyway, first we got some chicken. I'm using chicken thigh. I like to use chicken thigh in my dishes because I think it tastes better. So it stays moisture. A little rice wine on here. If you don't want to use rice wine, don't worry. Use a little chicken stock or some water. Just something to kind of wet it down with. Put a little, splash a little soy sauce on here. There we go. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar on here. Probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon of each. Mix that up a little bit. I've got 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. And we're gonna stir this up until the white specks disappear. Kind of like that. See, there's no more white specks. One speck right there. There we go. Now there's no more specks. Set that aside. Now I've got some veggies. I've got 1/4 of a red bell pepper that I've cut up into pieces. I've got 2 green onions. I've got the white and the green separated. I've got 2 cloves of coarsely chopped garlic and 1/2 teaspoon of coarsely chopped ginger. I'll set that aside. I've got a couple other ingredients to talk about. I've got some dry roasted, unsalted peanuts. Now the recipes where they fry everything, they use raw peanuts, but I'm not gonna fry my peanuts. Need some red dried chilies. I'm using chili de arbol. It's a Mexican chili. Of course, being a Mexican chili, it's not a Chinese chili, but it's pretty close to the one you should use. And I'd say it's a lot more readily accessible for everybody. So that's what I'm using there. And then at the very end, I'm going to sprinkle in some black vinegar. Now, we're going to make up our sauce. I've got some broad bean paste right here, and this stuff's kind of spicy. I've got 1/2 tablespoon, but if you don't want a real spiciness, back off on that a little bit. If you want it real spicy, throw some more in there. I've got 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1/2 teaspoon of soy sauce, and then I've got 1/2 teaspoon of Szechuan peppercorn that's been ground in a coffee grinder. Now, whenever you grind that in a coffee grinder, you don't want to grind your coffee in there the next morning, or that would be quite a surprise. It'd wake you up, that's for sure. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of peanut oil on our chicken. This will help us get a good sear without it sticking too bad, or at least that's what the plan is. It's already stuck to my spoon. There we go, got you off of there. Alright, now as soon as we see some smoke coming up from here, we're going to start putting in some oil. I think that's ready. A little oil in there. We'll start to swirl it around, coat our wok really good. Make sure that oil is nice and hot. There we go. Now we're going to put our chicken in here. We're going to let that set for a second. And what it's going to do is it's going to kind of make a little sear, and then it'll release from the wok, because when you first put it there, it does stick, but it'll release pretty quick. It all to be ready. There we go, see? I can already tell you this is going to be good. Now, I got to get a plate, excuse me. There we go. My assistant helped me with that. Give this another quick stir. Let that set for a second while I get my serving plate ready. Although you should have everything ready before you ever start. But I'm not really that organized. Now this part, we're gonna cook this chicken 75, 80% through. Now there's not a gauge on there, so I'm not gonna know exactly when I get there. But you don't want it cooked all the way through. We're gonna take it out and we'll put it back in after we get our veggies, everything ready. Alright, there we go. That'll be good. It's lost most of its color. Or clearness, I guess you could say. Alright, we're going to put a little bit more oil in here. We're going to put in our garlic, ginger, white part of our green onion. We'll put our bell pepper in here now. That's going to help flavor this oil. Oh yeah, look at that. We're going to put our peanuts in. Let them start getting a little color on them maybe. Now time for our chili peppers. There we go. Need a little bit more oil in here. Oh man, I smell that garlic and ginger and onion. I am ready for my sauce. Alright, let's put our chicken back in. Doesn't that look good? It smells good. Alright, at this point here, we're going to put in most of our green onion. We'll save a little bit just for garnishing the dish. Alright, turn that off. We're going to take our black vinegar. We're going to put this on here. Stir it in. Put this on the plate. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to garnish this with the green onions. There we go. Now, what I want to know is, how does this taste?
Well, this is going to be a change for my diet.
Is it good?
Oh yeah.